We back and we at it
100%
with another episode.
of the Grind Theory podcast.
Jeez, you see that banter though? Jeez, out here finishing each other's sentences. But what's going on, my man? Ori?
I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm not tired. I'm good.
See, I hope you guys see that, huh? See that switch up? He's like, yo, I'm tired. But then what happened in between that little period of time just now?
The mind switch.
Mindset is key.
What's going on with this? Yo,
No, don't worry. I know you know. No. Okay, don't worry. I got something for y'all.
yeah, man.
This guy out here is trying to look like Creed. You guys know in Creed, in the episode of Creed where he has the hoodie up and everything and he's running?
I mean, no, baby, I'm like that, though. Have you seen what's under this, bro?
Talking ish.
You guys
See, look, guys, look at this dynamic, right? I want you guys to look at all the episodes.
Yeah?
You see that I am complimenting, I'm boosting up Ori.
Nah, bro.
What is no, listen. What does Ori do to me?
I wish.
Constantly.
Yeah, with chest. I don't hide it.
Constantly.
Okay?
They give no love.
What's the point you want to say? I give you no love? I don't give love on camera, man. I got to roast you.
It's a cold world out here.
No, listen. It's
They always be the ones closest to you.
No, listen, see, it's a dynamic. One person has to roast, one person has to get the compliment.
Why can't I be the person that roasts?
Why can't you be the person? What do you want to roast me about, though? I got so much I haven't even said on the camera yet. So much. There's a lot to roast me about, but I just don't give a shit at this point. You know what I mean? Is it the hair? You can't roast me on the hair.
I can't roast you on the hair. I don't have none. I don't have none right now.
See, it's not the strength. You can't roast me on the strength. It's not the body. You can't roast me on the body. Maybe the only thing my body game is roast me is the beard. I got no beard, but I really don't care at this point.
That's not like a key point. Yeah.
The
It's
hair
okay.
I can roast you so much on. Like, you see,
Don't worry.
you see
It's
every episode, you guys check all the episodes. No one person not killed.
wait. Listen, I've been without a hat. Okay, just
Take it off.
my head is cold, dog. Yo,
Cold.
winter is coming. You know what I'm
Nah, bro,
saying?
listen, out there is like,
Listen, you said it's a dynamic, right? I'm the man who wears hats. You're the one who don't wear no hats. All right, that's a dynamic. We're gonna keep it at that. Listen, I don't have luscious hair like everybody else out here no more. You know,
I don't need to talk too much. I have a picture. Don't worry. Show you.
bro. I need to delete that picture
Shout
off
out
the
to
internet.
Mary Jane
Yo, no shout out to you guys, dog. Guys,
I got a screenshot. Listen, I went to a video. I screenshot that shit. I saved it, bro. It's on everywhere, man.
yo, we got
It's
it.
on my Google Drive. It's on my OneDrive. It's on my.
Bro, I'm gonna crash your
everywhere.
system, dog. Just wait. I'm gonna crash your
Listen,
system,
it's on
dog.
the internet already.
Listen.
It's on the previous episode.
It's,
bro.
it's on the previous episode?
Bro, it's everywhere, bro.
Damn.
See? Got you. You can't escape it, bro.
You know what it is? What it is.
Except
I ain't ashamed.
Except with full chest.
I ain't ashamed.
Say I'm bowed.
What's?
What you gonna say?
I'm low-haired.
Nah, bro, you're bowed.
I got short hair. That's what it is.
Got middle spot.
But what we do, Ori, first things first before we start any episode.
You know, give thanks to the big man up there.
Big man upstairs.
And it's crazy water out here right now, so we gotta give him thanks every day. Every day.
That's right. You gotta give him thanks for bringing us here safely, taking us through the week, for bringing our guests here safely, and just for our listeners in different parts of the world who are listening. Just thank you for thanking for technology and all of that. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into a little recap of last week's episode. So last episode we had LaShawn.
Yeah.
And we jumped in a lot of different things, a lot of different things about his music career, how it's going with this band, how he started. Tons of gems in there, tons and tons of gems.
Killed the battery also.
We killed the battery also, so it's like coming a trend right now. It's good, but we also got to get that in order too, But maybe we have to get a stronger camera or something like that. Not stronger camera, better battery or something like that.
Double batteries.
Double batteries.
Double ammo,
No ammo. But today
Sir.
we got a new guest up in the building.
Sir.
Our guest today, good friend of mine from way back in the day.
Sir.
He is a Nigerian born.
It's my people.
Nigerian born, Canadian based artist who goes by the alias Vintage. Now, his music style is to fuse Afro beats with R&B, soul, dance, a little bit of hip hop in there, you know, to create, which translates into modern day bangers such as In the Morning, Slowly, Shayo Galore, Low Key Man, No Valentine, and many, many more bangers, which are to come and that are already out. Now, there's more to it. This man, I won't even go into that. I'm gonna let him talk about that. But Vintage has proven his worth in taking elements out of the R&B, out of soul, out of hip hop, to infuse them into those Afro beats to create killer vibes. Now, without further ado, we're going to introduce the man known as Vintage, who produces the killer vibes, but vibes always on killy. Without further ado, we're going to introduce our guest, Gibson Wali. My guy. Boom. You see how he's looking here, okay, hold on. Take time. Zoom in.
What's good, everybody?
You see that? You see this, huh?
Out here.
It's the Nigerian stuff. Every Nigerian guest you've had.
You know, you have to look fresh. Bro.
I hear you.
You have to
It's true.
Go back to Merlin.
You have to represent, bro.
It's true.
Fresh.
It's true. Don't worry. I'll bring my
Crispy.
Caribbean people up in here. You know.
Boom,
We
boom.
gonna look crispy too. Don't worry.
Crispy.
I'm gonna roast somebody, but I can't say it.
Who?
I know where I can't say it. I got no respect for him.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, guys.
You got the weapon. I don't have the weapon. I'm weaponless.
Listen.
You see, my guy couldn't go through the original knife chicken.
No way. Listen, I just didn't get the time. But listen, you know what we got here? We got those drawer things. You know those drawer.
Pull in and pull out.
Yo, the pull out and pull in. Pull in, pull out.
Yeah.
Still make the same sound though. How are you gonna let me do it by myself?
I got nothing, man.
Bro, use your hands. What the hell?
You know, today, see, I'm communicating spiritually with my
That's it.
So all my people out there.
Spiritual.
But you know what that is? That's dissection time.
Yes, sir.
Boom, boom.
We're gonna dive into.
Let's get it.
My man. Skip.
bro. Yo,
My guy.
this is crazy.
Tell us about. So, did you grow up in Nigeria?
Yeah, I spent most of my childhood in Nigeria.
Okay.
I was born and raised till I was there till I was 17.
You're 17.
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell us a little bit about how it was to go back up home. What's the environment? I know you and Ori are gonna vibe off of it just because you guys are both Niger boys.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
Well, yeah, we were vibing away, but we stayed in different states.
Different states.
Okay. So tell us some of your memories, your most memorable memories,
Yeah.
some experiences that you had, and kind of how that molded you so far.
Yeah. So I was born in this city called Port Harcourt.
Okay.
It's in a state called River State on the south side.
Okay.
Yeah, people like artists that have been like born and raised from there. Burna Boy, we have Timaya, people like that. My childhood there we live in a very small house. Like my family didn't have much at first, you know. We're like 5 kids, 2 parents, you know.
Okay.
And there was just 2 rooms. So it was a small house.
Okay.
And it was like the setting was like this little village. They called it Rumukrushi.
Kushi.
Rumukrushi, yeah. It's in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Port Harcourt. And you know, it's one of those houses where like you have your uncles living like really close to you. Like it's like the whole family is living in one area, so everything's so situated. And the kids would just come out like in the daytime, just play games, hang out together. Our folks would go to work, and like, you know, like when they're at work, we try doing some stuff that we're not supposed to do because we know whatever time the time that they're getting back home. So we just know that at this time you got to be home and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So like it was mostly just, you know, outside fun and games. Back then when you have like phones, like you know, like phone games, like the most popular stuff, like technology stuff you would see would be like a Nokia, like Nokia phone.
Those silver,
games.
those silver
ones that have
little
those
snake and
snake
thing?
games, you know, bounce, all that stuff.
Yo,
You know, that was what most of our childhood
remember
was
that
like,
game.
bro. So it was like that was what it was, and it was actually really cool because back then you were better at socializing, you know?
100%.
Nowadays it's like everybody's just on their phone, social media and shit. But like back then, I remember I had like real cousins that I would connect with. Like we grew up together, ate from the same like pot, like the same plate, in the same room, like everything. So that was what my childhood mostly was like. And then I remember I used to listen to a lot of like, R&B music. My dad used to play a lot of like, Westlife, a lot of Backstreet Boys, a lot of like Celine Dion, all that music, Michael Jackson,
Okay.
So it was like all that. I grew up around music a lot. I was always around music, you know. My dad would always buy like new speakers every year.
Oh, really?
Not because the old ones are bad, just because it's a new one,
It's a new one.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the bass was always bigger, always better than the last one. So it's like with every new gadget he bought, I just wanted to try it out and just play new music on it, like listen to music more often. Even while driving us to work or to school, because he drove us to school for a couple of years before we started taking the school bus,
Yeah.
So it's like he always played like particular albums in his car, like, and we grew up just listening to that a lot. It shaped us a lot. I don't think people realize how much it did shape like our childhood. Because nowadays, like we sing some of the songs he used to play back then, and he'd be like, "How did you know that song?" I'm like, "You played it. You forgot you played the song when we were growing up." Like, so many songs like that, and it's like artists. You play like Nigerian artists too, like P Square from back in the day, 2Face, all those guys, man. Like we listened to a lot of them. So that was what most of the childhood experience was like. And then I grew up, got into high school, and then
wait, hold on.
Back home.
I have a question because I know Ori's gonna ask it. What he's gonna ask. Did you go to boarding school?
I went to boarding school, bro. That's why I'm like this, fam. Yo, the thing is, you see, boarding school here. What I find actually is that the concept of boarding school, the whole idea around and stereotypes surrounding it, is different between Western world and back home. Back home, everybody wants to go to a boarding school, bro, because it's cool. It's better. You want to be away from your family. You want to be around 100%. Your family 24/7 and shit. 100%. You want to be away from them so you can 100%. Grow amongst kids like you that think like you, and then explore and stuff. Like learn sports, play basketball, all that kind of stuff. Because the reality is, when you're back home, like living with your parents and stuff, and being a day student, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of like monitoring. They just want to like make sure that they know what the fuck you're doing every time. So it's like boarding school was the vibe. So I went to a boarding school, and it was one of the best 6 years of my life, bro. Like for real.
Would you say from? So I don't know. They call it from like JS1 to JS3. Was it your best or was it SS3 that was your best?
Bro, fam. Honestly, it was SS.
Wait, so hold on. JS1 is what? Is grade 1?
That's grade
1?
6.
Grade 6?
Grade 6, yeah.
JS1?
Yeah. Then JS2, grade 7. JS3, grade 8. Grade SS1, grade 9. SS2, grade 10. And wait.
What's the final grade before uni?
6, 7, 8, 9,
12.
10, 11.
12. So
it's 12.
I think SS3.
Sorry, scratch that. JS1 was grade 7.
Grade 7,
yeah, because they had like up to primary 6 or so. Yeah. So the JS1 was grade 7, JS2 grade 8, JS3 grade 9, SS1 grade 10, SS2 grade 11, and SS3 grade 12.
See, so but you're in.
It's the same. It's the same kind of like
classes,
but it's just and kind of most the same. Learn the same stuff.
Yeah,
it's just different names they call it. Yeah.
Because back home in the Caribbean, right after grade 6, you go to Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5. But Form 5 is like after Form 5 you go to university. Like that's you take your CXC.
5 years, so
yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of different in almost every country, but like the same idea, which is
the same idea.
one base where you go up, and then you go to like high
keep
school,
stepping up,
and then after that, then you go to uni.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I wanted to know was like, because I know.
Yo,
you
asked my best. My best class was like grade 12, which is SS3, right? Because that's like the top. That's the top notch. Like you're at the top, like And they have this thing, boarding school too. Like in Nigeria, bro, it's really really fun because they have like inside games, inside like jokes, and inside like rules that nobody breaks. Yeah. Like the school could have their own rules, but the student have their own rules.
Yeah.
Like there's things like you can't really disrespect an older student that's in the higher class than you, because they can punish you, they can beat the fuck out of you, they can do whatever they want to do to you, and they can get away with it because they're in the higher class than you, right?
Respect, dog.
You know? So it kind of sucks when like you're in JSS1 or like grade 7, like the lowest, because everyone bullying you and shit, you know? Yeah. But then when you get up there, it's
top
like
dog.
you're the top dog now, you know?
So I have a question for you now. So when you were in JS1 and stuff like that, were you getting bullied a little bit? But
I was getting bullied a lot.
Okay, but then when you got to what's grade
SS3? Yeah, grade 12.
So when you got to SS3 now, were you bullying people?
Yo, bro, I can't lie, bro. I was bullying people.
Okay.
I was savage in this bitch. I was savage, bro. I became a savage, bro.
Went through a process?
Yeah. Bro. You're struggling, bro. You're going through it. Bro. You're seeing a lot.
I've seen some guys that will come back. I can remember times where you come into school, you're all chubby, you're all looking good.
You know?
You're going back home, your mom is like, what's going on? Like, you know, eating?
You don't eat.
Guys, losing weight. Ripping up, you're taking out.
Your provisions, bro.
God.
Times, bro, I remember, bro.
Your parents would buy like a lot of provisions for you, bro, like for you to eat. And then once it gets to school, the oldest seniors, they see the shit. You be like, bring it. And you can't even say no. You just bring it.
So what do you eat then? They don't leave nothing for you to eat?
Bruh, you go figure it out. It's part of the life.
If you meet a savage senior, bro, you're done.
That's it.
You give me some guys that will be like, you know, just give me some.
Just give me some.
But, bro.
Real savages that were bullied, because they're savages because they were bullied too, you know?
they became formed savages. Yeah. They were formed to become savages.
Like, everybody has their own story, bro.
Even when you even get to like higher, even still, like, bro, you don't enjoy like the power until you get to
SS3, bro.
SS1, you can still get bullied by
SS2 and SS3 students.
SS2, you can still
get bullied by SS3.
But
then
okay.
when you get to SS3, that's it.
But in SS2 though, in SS1, you can bully the younger ones.
Oh yeah, but it's not as sweet as when you're in SS3 because
you're the elite. You're the
you
top
know what I'm
of the
saying?
top.
And another thing is, my school, especially, they had like they had 2 different blocks, right? They had like blocks as in like building like a dormitory and stuff. They had 2 different dormitory. The first dormitory was for the junior students, the ones that went like from JS1 to JS3, which is like grade 7 to grade 9, right? And then they had a different one for like SS1 to SS3, which is grade 10 to grade 12. So it's like you're staying with your seniors. So SS1 is like a JS1.
Yeah,
in that
yeah, it's like JSS1. Yeah. You graduate to go back into it.
You get all the way to the top of junior high, and
then you're back again.
So it's like,
realistically, I've seen some bullies from JS3, bullies from JS1. So
bro,
it's like a bro. The worst level to be in is JS1.
JS1, that's it.
JS2 can bully JS1, but the thing is, like once you're in those lower classes, you don't want seniors to see you doing it.
True.
Once they see you doing it,
they'll be like, so you're a bully, okay? It's over for you.
Yeah.
So okay. Is there ever exceptions where like a SS1 can bully like a SS2 or SS3?
Bro,
like,
unless you're big, bro.
Unless you're like if you're big, like
but if they catch you, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
I'll let you go.
they have cliques too, you know?
Okay.
Like the SS2 student you're trying to bully could have their own clique that they'll tell about the shit and they'll pull up on you. Once you're, the only way you can bully that person is if you catch that person one-on-one, you know?
Yeah, one-on-one.
And you're bigger than them.
I have situations. I remember one of my boy, Peter.
You know?
I'll call him out. My dad, what did he even do? I think he slapped a senior or whatever. Bro, because of that guy slapped a senior, everyone, bro.
No shit.
Everyone went through the process, bro.
And slapped him?
No. So the guy slapped a senior. So everyone in my set, in that hostel, was like, bro, we went frog jump around the hostel, went around, bro.
Though each person has a different punishment for him for slapping the person.
So no. I'm not saying he did it, bro. He did the punishment. Everyone, so I did it too because
because of him.
Because of him. Oh,
every one of us,
bro. You know what they call that stuff back home? Bro, I used to hate this stuff. What they do?
Frog jump?
No. What they do is like, if one person, like say one person make a mistake or do something in class, right? Bro, everybody, and what they say? Peter paid for Paul and Paul paid for all. That's what they used to say.
No shit.
Bro, so, one person mess up, everybody's suffering, bro. Everybody's suffering.
That's crazy, man.
That wasn't fun. And then I remember memories, man. Every time I thought about memories,
yeah.
Get belt, bro.
Oh, man. Get whooped. Bro, we got whooped a lot, bro. Here it's illegal to whoop a child, right? But back home, it's normal.
Oh,
You do some stupid shit, you get whooped.
bro, I've been whooped so many times
Bro.
in my life, bro.
They got a point. I was whooped so many times, I got immune to it. I
Bro,
wasn't feeling this shit no
bro,
more,
I wasn't
bro.
feeling
Like,
nothing,
yo,
bro. I was
lay
walking
down.
into those, like, I was walking into those licks,
Funny,
bro.
bro. You're not feeling nothing, bro.
Trust me, I know what you mean.
It builds you up though, cause like low key, if you think about it, like okay, if you're back home from JS1, you start getting ASU, JS2, JS3. Most of the time, SS1, you kind of get used to it.
You get already. You don't feel it.
I mean, if you're like the gold code by JS1, by that's in JS1, if you're getting whooped like every day, bro, you get used to it.
Yeah, 100%. Body adapts, bro.
Like my
Body's a
school,
powerful thing, man.
It got so bad to the point where they're like, you know what? We're not whooping nobody no more because we know you guys are not feeling this shit. Instead of that, we just withdraw you from sports. You're not doing sports no more. You're not doing this no more. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do this because we know you're gonna feel that.
Yeah.
But you won't feel when you get whooped. Like, that's a real punishment.
Mine was punishment, bro. Bro, they get you doing some weird shit. Like they don't whoop you, they get you doing stuff, bro. Kneeling and walking on road.
Damn.
Jumping like, bro, like around the field. You can't stop. Like, bro, so punishment, because that one, bro, you're not immune to it, bro. Your body, bro, you're not.
You're not.
You're actually not. I don't want to know where anyone is. Like, bro, there's some punishments they give you. If I do it 20 times,
Inhuman.
You cannot.
What's the one you said they go? Or was that the
Bro, big pin.
Oh, big pin, bro. Literally, you got to use one finger. You put it on finger all the way forward. And then one leg all the way up. Yeah, you got to stay like that. Stay still for like minutes or even an hour or so.
Damn.
People be crying, sweating.
Bro, you know the workout you doing for abs?
Yeah.
You go near the wall, then
Yeah.
you sit down on your butt.
Yeah. And the wall sit, yeah.
That alone, bro. You do that for hours, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
You just sit in the air.
bro,
Yeah.
bro, that's limitless.
Yeah, they had different punishments, bro.
That's table, put tape on your head, kneel down, put tape on your head, every shit, bro. And this guy's been walking around with banging it.
Just slapping it. But all that stuff, though,
Yeah, that's
it molded you.
yeah, man.
Because, even though you maybe didn't realize, those are like little obstacles, little struggles that you're going through all at that time, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you can either crumble and be like, yo, dog, I can't handle this. Maybe take me out of this school or boarding school. Or anyone who made it through boarding school, whether you were at the elite, the top, or the whatever, you still made it through that school. Years of getting your ass whooped, punishments, all that stuff, right?
Facts, and
graduated.
graduated.
And graduated, right?
Yeah.
So you learn how to face adversity in some way and form, right? You're getting your provision stolen every single day, but you gotta figure out a way to get food, yo.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying? And it made you a hustler or something like that, bro. Because you gotta figure out ways around it, you know.
Facts.
So that's dope. I like that. I like hearing those stories, man. Because I like that. I like that.
You know what's crazy? Some of the people that like I went to school with back home, they moved to Canada with me. You know, it's like I moved like they're here too. They can see me, like, literally. And it's like I ran into one of them like a few years back for the first time like since high school. And it's like, he's so cool now. It's like, everybody's so cool. Man. I'm like, yo, this nigga, what's this?
He wasn't like this when I was.
You used to be the school. Because he was like so he had like so many classes ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I was like in grade 7 or so. And bro, he and his classmates used to be beating the shit out of me, man. through different semesters, man. Niggas just be going through it. But then I seen him here, and I'm just like, everybody's so cool, and everyone's so chill right now, and it's like there's mutual respect, you know?
100%.
It's crazy.
I don't know if you guys ever had massacre, like ever. So where one person or like 10, 20 people got
Beat one person.
Massacre. Like,
They call it massacre, bro. Literally massacre, bro. The word massacre, bro.
Wait. Hold on. You're telling me they have one guy, just one guy here, and
One guy that fucked up,
niggas.
and 20 people, 20 niggas.
my bro, you ever whooping his ass, bro, slapping the shit out of him, kicking him.
Why did you fuck up? Why did you fuck up? Why did you do? Why did you do that?
Bro.
You can go through that shit, you won't bleed, bro. Like,
Nah,
dirty,
you go through it, bro. When they're done with you, you're still alive.
Yeah.
Best believe you gonna be fine. Like you'll be okay. You'll just be hurting a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But no, it's like what you even said with the senior stuff. Like that's why when I was going to school, like when I got to that top, I still tried. When I was gonna do like ask for whatever or like show that superiority power or whatever, I still showed it like in the sense that I don't like underplay you. Because bro, some of those stuff you can do with some genius and bro, for the rest of your life, they're gonna hate you.
They're gonna hate you, bro.
Because I remember like one of my teachers had this saying. He was like, enjoy the power, do what you have to do, which is okay. But make sure you don't create resentment.
True.
Because you never know where that junior is gonna be. One day you might need that junior's help, and that junior maybe like you gave this example. Say for example, one of the junior ends up becoming a doctor, and then goes to that junior's hospital, and then imagine the junior that hates you so much and whatever, and then he sees you, then he looks at the name.
Oh, is this bitch ass nigga?
Cut his line.
That kind of stuff. So that's why when I got to that stage, I was like, I mean, I was still like there and there, but still, that resentment.
Don't abuse the power, you know.
Don't abuse the power.
It's hard, bro. Trust me, because
you've been struggling the whole time.
I'll give you a scenario.
Okay.
It's like it's a boarding school, right? Yeah. It's a dormitory, a hostel. So there's niggas wearing drawers, holding buckets and trying to get water, trying to go shower, do stuff, wash their clothes, you know. And then you could be wanting to do that for yourself, and then you just see your homeboys just chilling. You just put your bucket down and you just start chilling with them, right? Next thing you see a little innocent junior student just walking by, minding his own business. You're like, hey, come here. Yo, take this shit. My clothes are in. If you go in the third room in that block right there, you see my clothes in the drawer, pull it out, bring the detergent, go wash that shit.
Bro, I think I gotta get into lots of fights.
And the boy would just be looking at you like this.
Listen, but that's the thing though. You can't do anything, because you know why? If they call you, bro, what you just said, you just reminded me of one stuff, bro. 5 cents can be chilling right there. You just walk by mistake, you're like, maybe they want to shower, and maybe like it's close to the time where
they have shower hours.
Nobody wants that to go. They'll be like, yo, come here, 5 buckets, take it.
Out of nowhere, bro.
Out of nowhere, and then, bro, maybe you're trying to get ready for it. Maybe you're already showered, you're dressing up. You've won everything ready to go, and then they call you. Bro, you can't say no.
You can't say no.
You got 5 cents right there.
They'll beat the shit out of you.
But I think I would get beat a lot. No. I would do it, but there's sometimes I'm not gonna do that. I would just take the beating. I'll just take it.
Beat me.
I just beat me.
But this is the thing, though. You do it once, man. Beat it once. But when they see you doing it constantly, bro,
they'll hate you.
They'll
start picking on you.
They'll trap you. They'll make sure you do mistakes that, like maybe for example, maybe the toilet, make you clean it.
And they'll be like,
oh, it's that guy. he can't clean. He's gonna clean the whole shit.
Man, honestly, I think when I really experienced boarding school, because I was going to a private school before, then I switched. So I went from JS1 to JS3 was a private school. I went to boarding house by JS3. But it was when I went to a federal school. I don't know if you know that in Bobby College.
Oh, okay.
That's why. So I went there.
Jeez,
bro, that was when I experienced my guy, bro.
Your federal schools are different, bro.
I remember, as I'm talking, bro, memories in my head, bro, so much.
You can never forget that shit. Yeah, you can go like 50 years, still the memory's still fresh in your head.
I showed you the picture that was skinny, very skinny.
Maga, dog.
Maga. I went to school. That picture I took was when I came back home.
No way. Dog. Your mom was like, what the hell?
Bro, like it's so I'm used to it. I go 2-3 weeks in, my guy, skinny, bro. The go you working, bro. The foods and not like the foods that cooking is one of the best. Bro, man, I see so many memories. Gambling,
it was vibes, bro. If we trust me, if we start talking about boarding school, we can go all day, bro.
Hours, bro.
It's like crazy.
I'll give you a quick one, bro. I was in SS3. My guy, me and my friends, 5 of us, we'll sit down, take cards, bro. Betting Sunday meal, eggs, bread.
Oh yeah, you bet everything.
One guy was only 3-4 loaves of bread and like 3-4 plates of egg, bro. I remember that day I won. I went to the lunchroom. My eggs was, bro, it's small, but bro, because of the bet, filled up.
You filled
I
up.
had the loaf of bread. I had full tea, bro.
That was eating good, huh?
That's what you do. You make deals with what you have.
Yeah. Man. But see, all those experiences that you guys are talking about have taught you guys things that you can apply now.
Oh yeah.
So like all those experiences and those things that you went through, even if in the moment you're like, dog, I have to do these frog jumps or I have to go do this, you know, like you're learning from them. It's creating like. Whether you know it or not, it's helping you deal with adversity because when life comes, bro, life is hitting you and it's not holding up, bro. It's not holding up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to adapt and be able to take it. So I think those are good qualities that you still learn within that in that structure, you know?
Oh yeah.
Boarding school.
I don't know if you're saying, bro. When I have kids, bro, going back home for like a year or two.
Oh yeah, that's bro.
Discipline, bro.
Bro, that's what my parents told me. They told me like they take you home so that they can Because you know here in Canada, you can call the cops.
Yeah.
Bro, you can call it. Bro, you can't do that when you go home. Literally anybody who is older than you can beat you.
Can beat you, bro.
Bro, can discipline you. Anybody, bro.
If you call the cops, the cops will be like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Why did he beat you?
Well, you know, though, low-key, though, I kind of wish I knew some, like, martial arts while I was in boarding school, bro. Because, bro, you can use that shit.
You know, beat the fuck out of niggas.
Bro, you know what it is? Because, like, bro, let's be real. If you whoop, like, the strongest senior.
Yo.
That's what I was saying.
Your ranks, you go up.
But the thing is that, bro, you can whoop that person, but they can gang up on you, bro. Let's just be real. But imagine that 5 bigs, bro, you whoop the strongest one, like, you whoop his shit. Like, imagine I put him in a submission choke, and then my guy, and he passes out, and he's made a scene it. Okay, I might get it with like a week, 2. Maybe the guy's scared, bro.
Yeah, fine.
Shining, bro. It might be when I'm sleeping, bro. I might be sleeping, and bro, the pour water is massacring you, bro.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is, when they're beating you with revenge, like for revenge, it's different from when they're just beating you from like just random shit you did. They're beating you with the intent to hurt, like to almost kill you, bro. Like anything can happen.
Heartless. But it was fun, bro. Honestly,
it was vibes still.
Going through it wasn't the funnest, but bro, those shit were like great, bro. It made you smart, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm experienced. I don't know if you've had it too. When you guys, I don't know if you did like jumping fence.
Oh yeah.
Bro, where I remember one guy. What was it? I can't remember what happened. I think it was seniors came into the back, but you had like a big backyard. It was showering and everything. These guys came in and they were like, "Oh, trying to my sets, chasing everyone, bro." Some of my boys
jump defense,
boom,
bro.
Quick. It just takes 2 steps.
2
boom,
seconds.
Boom,
boom, boom. Out.
Man, memories.
Vibes. No movie, bro.
So, how did you now transition from Nigeria to Canada? And what was it like? Because did you come here by yourself? And like, what was it like coming here as a new student? Because I know that's a struggle as also too.
Yeah. So the thing is, my dad always had this plan for all his kids to like school abroad, like in different countries and stuff. Because he always believed in Western education. Because he didn't go to like his parents didn't put him through like school like that. He had to, make sacrifices and put himself through. So he told himself that he's gonna make sure all his kids are gonna be set and go to good schools and all that. Respect. So it's like right from high school, he told us that we're all going to school abroad. Like he told me I was going to school in Canada, study medicine. The thing about African parents too is that they already have a plan for you.
Yeah.
You could have a plan for yourself, but it's like they already have a plan for you. Yeah. And you can't be anything like stupid. You can't tell them, oh, I want to be a teacher. I want to be. You gotta be a medical doctor, engineer, lawyer. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You gotta be either of those 3 things. So it's like me, because I was naturally good with the sciences. I was a science student. So my dad always wanted me to be a medical doctor. He would always be telling me about it. Asking me, yo, like when are you gonna start? Like, telling me about medical school stuff. Like you gotta be, interested in that. So after a while, we started looking into like schools in Canada. I have a cousin here already that lives in Spruce Grove. So we made connections with her, looking at schools here in Edmonton, for nursing. Well, he initially wanted medical school, but he didn't know how the system worked. Yeah. Because you can't just finish high school and go straight to medical school. You got to go through a whole process. Yeah. So he was like, okay, so what's the next best alternative, Well, she was like, okay, so there's still other options. There's still like stuff that you can, get opportunities to work with doctors and learn from them. There's jobs with nursing, like respiratory therapy, all that kind of stuff. So they gave me those options. I looked at all of them. I was like, you know what? I don't really like any of this shit, but the closest to what I can really do. Yeah. What I can actually see myself putting my mind and my heart into, nursing. I picked that, and then we applied.
And why nursing? Like, what was it that drew you to nursing?
Nursing, I just, back then I'd watch the shows about shows that have nurses in it. Yeah. Most people would just watch Grey's Anatomy and be okay, I like this shit. This looks like a fun kind of job, and it looks very interesting too. There's different scopes in it. You can get to work different places with different, background of people. So I just like that. And I just like the whole idea of like, you know, medical like health stuff. And I wanted to do it. So we applied. I got accepted to school, and then I got my visa, right? Flew to Canada by myself. I remember the day I left Nigeria. It was so emotional. So, you know, my mom, yo, bro, yo, African parents, man. Shout out to African parents, bro. Just, you know, you guys are too much, man. You guys are too good. We love you guys so much. My mom, my dad was trying to be a hard guy, you know, trying to just like,
when is he actually leaving?
You know,
he's like,
yeah. So through the whole time, he didn't really talk like about like, yo, you know, we're gonna miss you. It's just like, yo, so you just don't forget what you're going here for. Just stay true to yourself. You know, he spent like he talked to me, bro, like every day, like for 5 days straight before I came, before I flew.
Let me guess, like a week before your flight, you couldn't go anywhere.
Oh my god. Like they'll make sure that they have you like on lockdown, bro. Like
you can't go anywhere.
You can't tell your friends nothing like that.
You can't really tell nobody like that you're traveling. You can't really go nowhere. You can't really go out like that because they don't want you. Because in their mind, like someone could know and would want to do something spiritually to sabotage it. To sabotage your destiny, you know?
Go out and go buy something, can't hit you.
You know?
Like, really, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to hear any story at all. So it's like, you're not going anywhere. Just stay home. So that was, bro, like, for like the whole week, I remember staying home just, you know, with the family, spending time with them. And if I were ever to go out, it would be for stuff related to that I'll need for my travel.
Yeah.
So, like, we only went to places like church, you know, to go meet the pastor and pray for me.
Yeah.
Went to places like my grandmother's house to go meet my grandma and tell her goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people that mattered and that we valued and stuff. So then the final day, we got to the airport. It was just me, my grandma, my dad's bro, and my mom, right? And everyone is like, you know, like holding, like, you know, feeling kind of like not really sad. They're happy and sad at the same time. You know that kind of feeling where it's like they want you to go, but it's like it's hard for them. Yeah, it was like that. And my mom, I see my mom like looking, like, you know, teary eyed and all that. My dad was in the back, like just a hard man, like, you know what I'm saying, bro. So I remember leaving, and my dad was the last person to stop like stare. He was just standing there, still staring. I was thinking he was not like he was gonna like, you know, like cry or something, but he didn't cry. But then my mom told me that like when he got home, he was like feeling down, feeling like. And I'm like, yeah, why didn't he just say something?
You can't show it.
African parents, bro. Dads especially, bro. They're so hard.
My dad is like that too. Yeah.
They don't show weakness.
Yeah.
They don't even show emotional. Like they don't try to be emotional.
But I never seen my dad cry my whole entire life.
Never
in my life.
You know what it is though? I think is they're trying to build like that strength in your own self, like not to just get emotionally like weak.
Yeah.
Which I know in Western world it's like.
Bro, it's the reason why many niggas are like this right now. Like we can't even show emotional weakness to our significant other, bro.
Yeah.
Can't really show them like, oh, I'm hurting or I'm weak or some shit.
Like there's a plus and there's a downside.
True.
The plus is that, bro, out here, bro, no one really gives a shit about you.
Facts. So you gotta
it kind of builds
accustomed to that.
Kind of builds you, but then it's also like the balance of it. Like you can't show like properly like communicate like
you can't communicate your emotions.
So
true.
There's like the plus and there's like the negative.
Yeah, true.
So I mean like imagine this, like if you have a kid and then during like time of like when you're meant to be like strong, hold the family down,
you're
weak,
you're crying. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I seen the look. Yeah.
So like
it's like you need someone else to cry on their shoulder.
There's the plus and there's the negative. Like
true.
Like sometimes like in the house, if stuff is going hard, the family should come to you and like you should be the shoulder they can cry on.
Facts.
But then also when like everything's getting to bro, there's a lot of guys out there that bro, they have so much in their head that bro, they just want to break.
True.
But because of the customs, like stay strong.
Facts. They gotta keep it all together.
There's a plus and there's a negative. But this is just my person. Hopefully you don't get canceled for this. Because topics like this is very like, you can't really
sensitive.
It's sensitive, but like, my personal opinion is as long as it's balanced to it.
Facts.
When you need to let your emotions out, let it out. When you need to like toughen up, you gotta toughen up, man. Like straight up.
You just gotta know when.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how you deal with it too, right? Because like everyone deals with it differently. Like you might show emotions, but I might like you're not gonna see me show emotion. Like you're not gonna like I'm gonna go somewhere else and then come back when I'm good.
Yeah,
you know.
But but that's the thing though, like, because I think in this day and age, they're trying to make people, like men especially, like expose, like communicate to like the significant other. Like I mean, like I said, it's like a mixture of both. Everything's just balance. You can still communicate without crying.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, bro, I barely cry. Yeah. I think it's the Nigerian way.
Bro, it's a Nigerian thing, bro.
You barely cry.
Same.
But then again, like, bro, you can still communicate emotions logical, like don't be without getting emotional. Yeah. Bro, if I want to cry, bro, like, bro, I don't cry in front of people, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Only select that few see me, bro, like break.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's only when it's like the rock bottom.
Rock bottom, yeah. No, that's key. So now diving into well, you're still in the nursing program, or now you're done now?
Well, I finished like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And so now I'm working full time.
Okay.
And I work full time as a nurse. And and I make music. I make music on the side too. So that's a vibe.
So how did you start making music here in Canada now? Like how did that process start about, and like what kind of drove you, and what are some of the struggles to kind of starting your own music grind?
So first, I can't even talk about my music, going into my music, without talking about my cousin, because my cousin, whom I lived with when I first moved there, I lived in a house, and it's like I found a lot of inspiration around the house. You know, art. I was doing a lot of art, like painting, drawing. Then I started making beats again. You know, I hadn't made beats like when I first moved in, because I was just taking my time to figure out the environment, get used to it. So like the first like 4 or 5 months, I didn't go on my computer to make beats. I was just chilling, you know. But then I finally found like energy around the house, and I was like, yo, I like the energy around this place. Mind you, it was in Spruce Grove, all the way in Spruce Grove. And it's like all white people. I had like a lot of white friends, man. Yeah. And we're like the only black family that I knew there. Yeah. So it's like all my friends are like Asian or white. Yeah. And it's like I would just be bouncing off energies, you know, different energies, and just trying to infuse that in the craft. So I was just, most of my time there, I lived there for 2 years. It was mostly experimental stuff, like trying experimental beats, trying to hop on it, you know, just sending it to random people, seeing that like what their opinions are on it. And then I hadn't really found what I wanted to do particularly with the music, because then I was just making beats. I was just like, I'll call myself a beat maker at the time, you know. And I wasn't going by vintage. I was going by Gibbs.
I remember that. Like, I remember. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was just making beats. I wasn't even sure what I wanted. I was just making beats, just trying different stuff, putting it out, different websites, sending it to different artists, seeing what they had to say about it. And it just got to a point I sent it to one. I worked with one. After the founding Tires, I met one of my homeboys that I got really close with, like became really good friends. We worked at this place called Some Tires, I forget. We worked there, and I was just playing, because I would bring my speaker to work while working. It was like a big warehouse. We had to like offload tires with like our bare hands. The job description stated forklift operator.
Slash laborer.
Niggas just be using their hands to floating that shit. You know,
you had the forklift.
So that was it, bro. We're at the forklift, so we just be doing that a lot. So we spend like 8 hours of floating, like, you know, big trucks of tires and stuff. So we had a lot of time, you know. So we just be talking about our goals there. Like, I'll be playing beats, the beats I make on the speaker I bring to work, and I'll just be singing, just be freestyling and shit. We just be having fun, even though it's like slavery and shit. We just be having fun doing it. So it was like, I was doing that a lot. And he's like, yo, you said you just make beats? I'm like, yeah, I just make beats. He's like, why don't you try being an artist? You ever try recording someone like the beat or over some of the beats you make? I'm like, not really. I just send it off to people and shit. He's like, nah, this one you just did, I think it was one I played out. And I was like, just, you know, freestyling, playing over it. He's like, yo, record your shit. I recorded it. I sent it to him. He was like, yo, release this shit. I'm like, yo, I can't release it though. He's like, why? He's like, I don't feel confident enough. Like, the fuck, I should release this shit, so next thing you tell me to perform it? I'm not doing that. You know, I didn't have that confidence yet. So it was like, he just kept pushing me. So I made other stuff, like other music, and I was just sending all my music to him, you know? I won't even play for nobody else. Just him, because it's like at that point he was like the only person that kind of like gave me that confidence that I can make music, you know. So I was like, yeah, like let me just keep sending him stuff, and then it got to a point where somehow someone took my music to, you know, I heard of iHuman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew someone that knew the guy that makes that engineers at iHuman, and he took my stuff to him, right? And one day I walk into iHuman, right? Because, mind you, that's the only place in this city that I know of that gives like youth like free up the opportunity to like, you know, explore and do music for free. So it's like when I got told about it at first, I went there and I just want to check it out, but they knew about me already. So it's like, yo, you know, and they're like, yo, someone so and so sent your music in, and it's like, it's fire. Come do this track. And the same track that like the first track I did at iHuman was the same one I was freestyling over like while working in the warehouse, and the homeboy seen and was like, yo, you should make a song out of this. I'm like, yo, okay, boom boom, let's get it. I did it. That was like my first song. It's called Falling For You. Bro, I did that song. We killed it. It was fire. I was like, yo, okay, this is it. I'm a full-time artist. Vintage.
So question, because you said initially, right, you didn't have that confidence, right, to do the thing, and I think that's something that's like, I think when people are starting on new things, that's even like the last couple episodes, Bobby T mentioned is imposter syndrome, right? You feel like you're an imposter, like you can't, like you're not supposed to be doing this thing, like you don't deserve to be doing this thing. Who's gonna listen to you? Who's gonna, you know? So how did you like? What steps did you take to build that confidence so that you were able to even do it on your own and to actually say, you know what, I'm gonna be a full-time artist?
So it just actually first started off with me like doing more like, you know, freestyles, like recording over like my speaker, like while playing my music over my speaker, and then taking it to like more people, showing them, working with more engineers in the city. Like there was a time, I remember 2018, most of 2018, I remember just going to like just bare like studios and just being like, yo, I make beats, I make music, like I want to work for you. You know, just I don't care if I have to pay you even to work for, like pay you to be here. Like I don't mind doing that. Like bare engineers in the city, like many of them will probably watch this and they can attest to that. Like who know that I'll pay them just to be in their studio, make beats for them, you know, have their artists come in and record. And it's like I didn't really get anything off of it, like find it like, you know, like materialistically, but the knowledge, you know, that was what kind of like built my confidence to knowing, oh, this is the right shit. I'm doing the right shit. If I do it this way, it will be like this. You know, I just kind of like connected with a lot of people, and then I was just rehearsing a lot, having a lot of studio sessions. Like when I'm not working, I'm in the studio. When I'm not, the only time I'm not like in the studio is when I'm like sleeping, bro. And that's how serious I got. Really addicted to this thing, bro.
I like that.
You were learning and then putting it into practice.
I'm putting it into practice. The same back to back. Like even when COVID hit, because that was one of the biggest like depressions of like the whole phase, because everything was going like good with the music, and I had a big project to drop right before then, but then COVID hit. I had to re-strategize, you know. So it's like when that happened, I was still like working at like different, you know, like spaces like iHuman. I'll go there, like try doing live shows, you know, just to boost my ego, to boost my like my confidence, you know, and know that I can do this shit. I did a couple times, like different places, and it's like free shows. You're not getting paid shit, but it's your time, and it's like you know why you're doing it, you know. So it's like all those things that I did, all those gigs, just helped me boost my confidence and boost like my knowledge and experience in this thing, bro.
So because what I'm taking from what you said, something that I really like is that in order for you to boost your confidence, you have to just start and keep doing it. Even if like you had to keep doing it, even if you had to pay to get the opportunities to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
To do it, right?
True.
And you had to network with different engineers to see like, okay, building your network to see, okay, what can I do? Because even I'm assuming that even from networking with those different engineers, they might have give you like 1-2 tips. You're like, okay, maybe do this or do that, right? So you're building a network. You're constantly rehearsing. You're actually applying what you're learning from the engineers or from yourself.
Lots.
All the time. You're doing shows. Like, you must get better if you keep doing that stuff, right? And that's building your confidence. You're like, I performed a couple shows.
You know?
Like I can do this. I can at least come and do this song right now. Exactly. Or I can do this, or I can do that, right? So like, I think the one of the big things is like you said, just starting, or like just doing it, just keep doing it, you know, and like putting yourself, like you created the opportunity. You didn't just wait for it. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna go meet these engineers, even if I have to pay them. I'm gonna do that so that I can get better.
Exactly.
And like you said too, so it's something that you're passionate about. Like, I know that you're passionate about it because we worked. That was like
what?
Bro, I have to age myself right now. That was more than 5 years. That was before I went to Halifax. That's before I went to Halifax. Shout out to my boy Alex too, dog. Hey, my guy. Yo, we worked at Fountain Tire, man. I remember. We worked at this place.
Real slavery shit.
Bro, bro, like for real, bro. Remember when you were sweeping? He was like, sweep. Bro, I got stuck. Like, bro, we had to sweep. We're moving tires by hand.
Bro, it's a big ass warehouse. They're making you use broom to fucking sweep this bitch.
And it's dirty, bro.
It's like, dirty.
Bro, anytime you sweep, it's just
dust everywhere, flaring up.
Bro, sweep. Bro, I remember Gibbs was sleeping and it was Scott, bro. Scott used to be following this man, bro.
Scott was the general manager, bro. I be sleeping, these guys follow me behind,
following him, bro.
I stop, he stops, bro. I move, he moves. I'm like, what is this guy doing, man?
This guy had it out for him.
But on the job offer, bro, it clearly said forklift.
That's how they get y'all, bro. Forklift operator, yo.
And you come doing manual labor.
Manual labor. And bro, but the thing is that the thing that I have a lot of respect for Gibson is because, bro, I remember like so many things he's improved in. Like, bro, we didn't have no car, bro. And we're driving my
bro. That car? It laughs at you before it starts. It's like, yo, today.
Bro, it's like literally I had the button to press to move the gears.
Nothing.
Gone, bro.
And that was the only way we had to get to work.
But it was taking us to work. And then I remember when Gibbs used to be, you were making beats at this time. And I remember you used to say, it's Gibbs on the
Gibbs on the beat.
Yes, Gibbs on the beat. I remember that shit. I remember.
It's Gibbs on the beat, bro. That was my former tag. Former tag, bro.
Really?
Back in the day.
So like I can see, like I see the progression, and like, bro, I remember you telling me about this stuff that you wanted to do from there, bro. Because I remember we were all like-minded. Alex, you, and me.
Everyone had their own thing going.
We had their own thing going. Alex wanted to do his own thing. I wanted to do my own thing. I used to come to work with notebooks, bro. I bring my notebook. I'd be writing in my notebook.
Shit. These niggas just be on the forklift.
Bro, I'd be writing on my notebook, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, working on that shit.
What is this nigga writing?
For real, bro.
For hours.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, bro, I've seen so much progression, so I respect it because I know it's not just something that he just said. It's a passion for him because, bro, in order for you to do something like that for years now and to be excelling, it's a passion. I'm not going to put myself out here and come to the podcast if it's not a passion for me. I'm not going to bring my time and talk to get, like, I'm not going to do that. So
takes passion.
The passion, bro. The passion is what I see that, like, drives you to keep doing it and keep getting better. And, like, there has to be, like you said, when COVID started, there was like a little bit of a depression, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how did you kind of, like, I guess that was a struggle that you dealt with. How did you deal with it? How did you overcome it? And what did you learn from it?
So prior to COVID, I didn't have a home studio. I used to always go to like iHuman. That used to be my #1 spot to record at. I'll go there, lay down a lot of tracks, make beats there, do everything there. You know, mix and master, everything there. But then with COVID, they had now limited hours. Before it used to be open from like 12 till I think 6. So because of COVID, it was open from like only 2 to 6 or so, and very limited. You know, slots and everything. So it was just so slow for me, and I couldn't work. I couldn't wait for them because my mind was constantly going. You know, the creativity was constantly going. So I was like, you know what? I have a good job. I can save up some money. If I work these many hours in a month, I can save up this amount of money. I can put it down to get these gears, you know? Bro, I saved up like for like how many months? Like 3 months. Got everything I needed. You know? Got everything I needed for a studio. Set it up in the crib. Started working. within 1 month, I released the first EP, bro. Like that was a 2-song EP we dropped last year. It was good, bro. It was fire. So we dropped that and was like, yo, this shit is actually possible. We can do this from the crib. Like, fuck every other studio. We here
from the crib
doing it. And we said it and we actually followed that, bro. It got to the point that even the niggas we used to go to the studio to go see started coming to the crib. They started coming to the crib to record, to make beats, to chill, to vibe, because that's where the vibe was at, you know? Because we knew that we could do it like that.
Yeah.
Like, because if we're taking our materials from the crib to the studio to go work on it there, why can't we have the materials at the home crib, at the home studio, and then bring the energy there, you know? So we did that, and it's been working. So that solved the problem for sure. And the only thing that kind of like still got affected by COVID was just the shows right now, you know? The restrictions, all that, you know, having to be, you know, what's it called, vaccinated before you can go out and, you know, do stuff. It's just really hard right now.
So how do you think you're gonna try and adapt to handle that?
So for sure, because like, you know, motherfuckers still have to do shows regardless. I've tried doing virtual shows. That worked. That was good. But with places opening right now, despite the restrictions, it's like we had to see the numbers of people getting vaccinated and still willing to go out first. So we seen that there's a lot of numbers, a lot of people that want to still go out, you know, that are like vaccinated and want to still party. So it's like we have like a show tonight even, and bro, all the tickets are sold out. It's sold out. So it's like
you're gonna have to stand outside and watch. Just stand around.
COVID really ain't got shit on us like that. You know, it's you know, it's on other people's neck, but it's not on ours. We're stepping on its neck instead. So it's different. So like that is being taken care of. We have another show tomorrow. We have actually 2 shows tomorrow.
Back to back, like Drake.
Tonight we're gonna be at 117 Lounge. You know, turn up till like 3 a.m. Tomorrow, then we have Power Lounge and Miss Lounge.
Okay.
2 different spots. We're doing it there. And yeah, it's gonna be big movie, bro. Big movie. The missed one is the one people are coming, bro. People are pulling up, bro.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout
really?
outs. 1st October. Shout out to Nigeria.
Yo,
bro.
big up Nigeria.
Big up 61. Big up Nigeria 61.
Big up all my Nigerians out there, yo.
Nigeria people.
Jeez.
You know, so
y'all know where to be. This
know.
episode will drop too late, but you should have been there.
Just know we had you in mind.
Yeah, we had you in mind, though. We had you in mind.
We know.
No, okay.
Shit. So yeah, bro, like it's not really affecting us like that. Like it was last year. Last year we couldn't do shit, like because there was a real lockdown. You know, last year there was a real you can't even. Places are not even open. But now it's open. It's just a restriction as to who can get in.
So you have to adapt.
Yeah.
But that's the key thing though. See, like I think that's like also a mindset thing too. It's like you can I think COVID shows. I'll be careful how I say this, but I think COVID shows who is gonna be like the pretenders from the real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either you find a way around it or like. It's not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna it's one or the other, right? Like if you're really passionate, you're really trying to do your thing, but you have to find a way. This is that same. Where there's a will, there's a way, bro. Like if you really like you said, you can't maybe do shows in person right now. Okay, you try virtual. You know what I'm saying? You got like if you're really passionate about it, you're gonna try and find a way around it, right? And that's what I think. I think COVID is like a terrible thing, right? Having to be with what's going on. But at the same time, it helped a lot of people like really realize like, yo, you gotta grind or you have to make something for yourself. You can't be depending on other people. You gotta like make your shit happen for you. Create your own opportunities, all that stuff, right? So I really like that you did that, you know what I'm saying? Like I like that you're like, you know what? Nah, bro. And like you discover something about yourself because you're like, yo, I can still make this shit work. You know? Even when shit is not going my way, you know? So imagine, bro, when restrictions, everything comes back to normal, restrictions are lifted, bro.
You're moving.
It's a movie.
Going crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
No, I like that. So, question that I have for you is, so far in your journey, what would you say are the biggest lessons that you learned? Give me like the 3 biggest lessons that you learned so far.
3 biggest lessons. Number one, bro, you gotta stay humble, man.
Hey,
Yo,
I
like
know Ori likes that one.
that humble stuff, like it's a big cliche. It's easy for that to be just taken as a light big cliche, but it's also really real when it comes real, bro. Because like you can step into any room and just have a really big ego and have it to the wrong person. Someone that could uplift your life and make it a whole lot better, you know, in a snap of a finger, you know. So it's like I've been in those situations where like I walk into a room and because I'm humble, it just accelerated my whole process. It just took me to some next level that I wouldn't have been on if I wasn't humble, you know.
I like that.
So that being humble takes you a lot of places, man. Another thing is just knowing the right people to click with, because your circle matters a lot, eh?
Hey,
Like that determines where you're going, bro.
Dropper.
Literally, because it's like, look at anybody that's big right now. Look at any Burna Boy. His team is his family. You know, Whiskey, bro. All these people, there's a reason why, man. There's a reason why, because your group, those are the people that influence you as well. You know, it's like their support matters to you a lot, because it's like these people are gonna do whatever it takes to go above and beyond for you, to make sure that your art, your music is getting there. You know, my circle right now, I have two of my homeboys, actually three of my homeboys that are like my family. You know, Dave, Kawavia, and Merrick. I make music with
Big
Kawavia.
up.
Big up my boys, you know. Shout outs to them. We have this group we call Tad Bros.
Tad Bros, okay.
It literally means talk and do, bros.
I like
Yeah,
that.
we call it Tad Bros.
I like that.
They talk and do, you know. Like we say things that we want to do, and we follow through, and we always achieve it. Literally, like all our goals that we set for ourselves, we're achieving each of them one by one. Like, you know, we're just doing big things, and it's just happening for us. So yeah, like these people are my circle, and it's like they motivate me a lot. Every day we want to do something new. We want to have something that we've achieved.
Yeah.
You know, we set goals for ourselves, and we do everything humanly possible to achieve all our goals, bro. Trust. Like even all my music videos, bro. Like these guys have had my back. You know, there have been times when things is like looking so bad, and it's like almost not possible for this video to click. But then, you know, the support, the presence, the energy just moves it and makes it work out. So your circle matters a lot.
That's huge. That's true.
And the third thing, I guess, just being true to yourself, man. Being true to yourself, your music.
That's something.
If you're fake, bro, the people that listen to you will catch it out.
Quick.
Easy.
Very easy.
Very easy. If you ever try being fake to yourself, or fake to anybody around you, or like fake to the art, it's gonna be caught, bro.
It's gonna come,
like if I come out now and start rapping about guns being like a killer, that's not me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I have a different story to tell.
Yeah.
I have a different vibe, a different kind of energy to send through.
Yeah.
You know? Because people see that stuff and they're like, oh, that shit is cool. I want to be like that. And many artists, just many rappers hop on that vibe.
Yeah.
They want to be like a gang rapper, like some shit like that. And they be lying. You go in the studio. I think some rapper said, so the reason some niggas be taking so much time in the studio to record is because it's just they in there lying. They're lying.
That's not their lie.
You don't really know how it works or what happened, how those kind of things. So they're just lying, bro. You gotta be true to yourself, man. And then it's gonna come. It's gonna click faster.
Yeah, that's you just dropped gems, Niger gem dropper. Listen. Oh, go ahead.
So I have something that this is more towards like my Nigerian people out there. I don't think anyone actually, because I think we talked about this. After the last episode. So when it was me, you, and
Deshaun. Yeah.
So I'm a Nigerian man. So how did you do you plan to go full time in music, or are you full time
very soon?
Nursing and
very soon.
How did you come?
I'm this close.
Does African back home, do they know?
Nah, I ain't telling them until it's fully done and it's like making sense. You know, because I remember there was my parents didn't used to like the whole idea of me being a musician, an artist, because of like, you know,
what comes with like
what comes with it,
the
lifestyle.
Associated with it,
they said drugs. A whole lot of artists have died. They feel like, you know, artists just die because of the influence and all that. I'm like, over time, that whole like stereotype and mindset has changed.
Yeah.
And it's due to like some of the success they've seen. Because before when I was saying, oh, I want to do music, they weren't seeing no music videos. They weren't seeing no professionally mixed songs. They weren't seeing people supporting my like going above and beyond to like grown ass adults doing like above and beyond to support my shit. It's like it gets real to them. They're not seeing like show money. They weren't seeing all that stuff at that time. But then when they start seeing all this stuff gradually, my dad is my dad now tells me, okay, just be safe, okay, just make sure that you're not doing drugs. As long as
I think it was after the show when I was talking. Like I would say African parents, I think most parents, the moment they see that you're making something out of it, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, okay,
as long as you're safe and you're staying out of trouble.
But I think I think that's the biggest. I think that's a big thing with most parents, like even Caribbean parents, right? Like the thing is like they want you to have a better life than they had, right? And you have to understand too. Something that I realized like a lot later in life is that like recently is that. Bro, when your parents had you, they were young, bro. Like, they were still young, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were still kids, bro. So, like, they were still thinking and understanding themselves. Understanding themselves. So now as they get older, they see, like, they can see things differently, you know? They're like, yo, okay.
That's why they're trying to be hard on you.
Exactly, right? That's what they're trying to, because they want you to be safe, but they don't want you to make the same mistakes that they made, right? And that's something that I'm noticing more now. But as you get older and they see you, like, really pushing yourself into your passion, they're like, oh, okay, like this is something that he's really passionate about and he's actually excelling at it. Yo, okay. Let them be. It's like a respect thing almost. It's like, if you're not doing nothing for them to respect, they're not going to respect you, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're like bumming around, like, bro, they're not going to respect you. If you're doing something that they actually see you passionate and doing it, they'll be like, okay, okay.
Real stuff.
It's not just...
Yo, my hair, bro. I went through different phases with my parents, bro. Cause I didn't really get my ears pierced, my hair, everything all that at once. It was like a gradual process. I first pierced my ears, and my mom was like, "Okay, what's going on here?" You know, and she's like, "Why would you do that?" She's like, "Is there a way for you to take it out so you can close?" I'm like, "Mom, the hole is already there." You know? So then she tells my dad. My dad freaks out. And then after a while, it calmed down, and then I start growing my hair out, you know? And it's like, they're like, oh, this hair, when are you going to cut it? I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, and then it goes to something else. And then like, and they see, oh my God. They're like, oh, when they see it, my mom seen the tattoo, she's like, oh my Jesus.
Oh, it's over.
She's like, my son is over.
It's over. Oh, trust me.
She's like, can you remove it? Oh. I'm like, Mommy, I don't know about that.
Bro,
crazy, bro. It's like,
but I think it's just they care for it, but sometimes, it's the stereotypes.
Yeah.
This guy.
In Nigeria, I probably can't get a job like this, looking like this, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Anywhere, I probably.
Just someone on the road.
If they won't see me on the road, they might think I'm a Yahoo boy, like I do like internet fraud or something.
No, for real, man.
You know.
I don't blame them because of like they being like, bro, in this place, bro, the head doesn't really matter that much. I mean, some companies that might be picking whatever, but it doesn't matter that much. Back home, bro, just the cops alone is a trouble.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they think.
There was a time I also had like braid up, bro. I remember I was out camping. My mom saw it. My mom was like, she saw I was trying different styles. So she saw the bad one. She didn't see the good one. So I sent her a picture. I was like, yo, look at this. That man so like, yo, tell me it doesn't look sexy. I was like, yo, my mom was like, tell me it doesn't look good. She was like, yeah, that looks good. So my dad called me, bro. This man was preaching for me, man.
Oh my God.
I was like, my son, remember this one